Hello, how's it going today? Lords and ladies, welcome back to the channel. I'm your Liege Lord, the Godless Gamer, and you're watching episode 20 of Dutch's Legacy. I want to say thank you to you guys. The channel just reached 2,100 subscribers, and that's really great. It actually happened over the Christmas holiday, so that was a really nice Christmas present from you guys. So thank you so much for getting the channel up to this point. I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying this series. I've been getting a lot of subs recently, so you guys seem to be having fun. That is excellent. I'm having fun as well, and today we're going to have some more fun. I need to be fully transparent. I did play a little bit behind the scenes. I let a couple of days pass by, and some big things happened, so let me make you aware of that. We have a new Liege Lord. I joined a faction between the episodes because if I didn't join the faction, there was a risk that the faction would declare war on our liege, and as a result of that, if I didn't join them, like, I'm basically against them. It's like if you're not with us, you're against us kind of thing. So if I didn't join the faction and they declared war on my liege, I would have been a target for them. And I don't want my lands to get invaded. I'm trying so hard to keep things organized. I'm trying to increase the control and improve our money, and I'm really trying to manage this without having to worry about the internal struggles of the Empire. So there's relative peace now. There are no factions, now that our new Liege Lord is in control, but I don't think this is going to last very long. This is just a very temporary situation, but it solved the problem for the short term. Now, I could go petition her, but I don't think I want to. I don't want to pay homage to her. I don't feel like it. I have better things to do instead. We have a pilgrimage to go on. We're still trying to visit every Catholic holy site, and we have one right next to us, Cologne. Oh no, I didn't want to. I mean, I do want to do a pilgrimage, but I'm really concerned with my legitimacy level. We're just barely over our expected legitimacy, and going on pilgrimages doesn't improve your legitimacy, I don't think. Oh no, it does. It does. We're just getting really close to Exalted Among Men, and I don't get prestige from pilgrimages. I think that's what I meant to say. But legitimacy would be nice. Maybe I can do a feast and a pilgrimage. We'll do 2 events at once. I have enough money for this. We'll start by doing a pilgrimage. I just won't spend a lot of money. We'll just do a normal, average pilgrimage. We won't mess with the costs. And we'll do it for altruism, I guess. Or maybe zealotry. We'll do it for zealotry. This is a holy site we haven't been to yet, so let's visit it. I was able to convince one of my sons to be compassionate. That's good. My eldest son, who is still my heir, he's still my best choice out of all of my sons, which I hope is going to change soon. We're running out of time to have more kids. My wife is getting older. We have 8 years left to have kids, so hopefully I have a better son. But there kind of is a problem here. If I allow myself to keep having sons, it's going to mess with my line of succession, and the succession is going to become a little bit more complicated the more sons that I have. So I really hope that I have the son that I want next. If I have a girl, that's okay. That won't screw up the line of succession. But if I have a son, it better be a son with these kind of congenital traits. Or better. Because this daughter is my best child in terms of her traits. So if I get a son like this, he's my heir, definitely. But it needs to be my next son. We haven't had a lot of time in the stewardship lifestyle right now, and I can't switch my focus. So what I'm going to do is get into learning lifestyle and get restraint. Because if my wife gives me the son I want, I don't want any more children. And getting this will prevent that. I'm pretty sure I can ask the Pope for money soon. That should be right around the corner. I formed an alliance with the King of England. This is something that we need to kind of touch on. My daughter that we were just looking at, I arranged a marriage with between her and the second son of the King of England. And I was able to arrange a matrilineal marriage, so their children will be Van Der Lindes. And so my Dynasty of Many Crowns juices are flowing. So if we wanted to, at some point, if we wanted to murder the eldest son and get the second son, on the throne of England, we can get Van Der Lindes on the throne. But I don't think that's really realistic because his eldest son is 17. He's not married yet. But I would have to murder him soon before he starts having children that are going to interrupt the line of succession and will kick his brother lower down the list or lower down the line of succession if he has sons. He's just not married yet. But I don't think I'm going to have enough time to get my daughter married to the second son in time because he has to wait 11 years. And I think in that amount of time, the eldest son is going to get married and have children. So even if we don't get a Van Der Linde on the throne of England, at least we got this alliance, which is really strong. They're actually closer than our other allies are, the Bavarians. The English are closer, and they're pretty strong. I just have to keep in mind, if I'm ever going to declare wars and I call them in, I have to make sure they're not at war already, because they might be distracted fighting their own wars and they won't be able to send their men. So I'd be pissing away a prestige, calling in an ally that won't even help me. This was a garbage pilgrimage. Oh no, we just got here. I thought it ended. I'm sorry. We just got here. This woman joins my court? Absolutely not. My sons are learning my wife's language in the background. And if I want to start teaching them languages, I need to hire a tutor. But I recently hired some more positions. I got a court jester and an antiquarian. And they're costing me money. It's not like the old days when we were a wandering adventurer and all of these positions were free. I actually have to pay them now. But the next one I get might be the tutor one. So I can start teaching my children languages. I can make the book that I have equipped more pious or more prestigious. I'll do that one. Help me get to Exalted Among Men a little faster. And that book is already amazing. We just made it more amazinger. Okay, so now once this pilgrimage is done, we'll host the feast. My second son got the calm trait. Alright, that's good. I can influence my eldest son in 2 years, but I think it'll be too late by then. He might get his own trait generically before I can influence him. Alright, so I can use a hook. Oh yeah, so as a result of joining my liege's faction, we got a hook on her. I can't edit my contract because it's been too soon since we edited it again. My obligations have already been changed. So I can use this hook to get money. And that's what I'm doing. Alright, wifey, I really need you to get pregnant soon. I don't want to become this guy's friend. I'll just take the learning lifestyle. We're almost to our perk right now. We're so close. Alright, I gained some legitimacy. Alright, cool. Progress is progress, even if it's just in tiny amounts. We're gonna do the feast, and then that'll give us some more. Alright. It's nice to have a lot of money in my pocket. Now, I cannot get the Eager Reveler trait. If I get this trait, I will be prevented from being able to embrace celibacy, so I'm taking a bit of a risk here. I can't get this trait. My honorary guest is going to be my powerful vassal, who I didn't give a job on the council. He doesn't like that. So just to make up for that, we'll make him my guest of honor. And I'm going to befriend my marshal. I failed to befriend him the old-fashioned way with a scheme. And since I can't do another befriend scheme in a while, it's been too soon since I tried. I can cheat here and use this feast as a way to become his friend. If we become friends, he will increase the control in my counties much faster. I'm still traveling, so I can't. All right, there we go. So yeah, he needs to become my friend. We need to be able to increase the control quickly. I love my new crown. I love it so much. Okay, we got lucky. My eldest son, who I'm giving a diplomacy education, is getting a diplomacy-focused personality trait. He's getting trusting. And that is not bad. It does have some negatives, though. Schemes are a little bit easier to do against him, and he loses some intrigue. But it's okay. It matches his education. Did my wife just get pregnant? I see her belly. Yep, she did. Please give me the perfect son, wifey. I love you. If I tell you I love you constantly, will you please give me the son that I want? Alright, so look at all this. The peace was short-lived. All of these factions are beginning to form again. And what really sucks is that if I don't join them, I'm in the same position again. Because now the factions that I don't join, if they declare war against my liege, my lands are now vulnerable to them attacking it in order to hurt my liege lord. So there's a risk that I might get attacked here by some of these factions that are brewing. And none of them have declared war yet, but I think this guy might soon. Alright, I gained a health boost at the expense of 150 prestige. Not ideal. And we became friends with our marshal. Perfect. So now that we're friends, that helps. Yes. We can become friends with one of our knights. How many friends do I have? I have like so many. I have 5 of them. I don't want to be his rival. So there's another friend. We're just piling them on. I need to get this niece married off. I have enough friends. We'll just have an interesting conversation. I have another liege lord, so that war ended. Do we have peace in the realm again? Okay, so all the factions just reset. Let's see how long this peacetime lasts. Like 5 minutes? Because all the factions are going to start coming back again. Alright, who's our new liege, though? It's this guy. He's like right next door. That's even closer to that's closer to us than our second liege lord was. So our liege lords are just getting closer and closer to us. Which isn't good, because if people declare war on him, his capital is here, so that means the fighting is going to be in my backyard. Why does the HRE have to be so unstable? It's obnoxious. I lost prestige during this feast, so I'm going to get it back. My guest of honor, I should be nice to him, but I can sway him. I'm not doing anything else. Do I have any other schemes going on? I don't. I'll just sway him. And I'm taking that prestige for myself. Damn it. Look at these two idiots. Synchronized dancing. Here we go again. Alright, I got more legitimacy. Still not enough to get to the next level. And I progressed towards the Eager Reveler trait. I didn't get it. Dodged a bit of a bullet there. Wifey, please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I think our old liege lord is the liege again. No, he just looks like him. It's not the same one. Our old liege lord was down here. It's this guy. Yeah, see, they look alike. A little bit. Okay, I got my learning perk, so now I have restraint. I'm still stuck in the learning lifestyle, but we might just go down the whole of body tree while we're in the learning lifestyle. So if my wife gives me the perfect son, it's celibacy for me. I completely neglected to start fabricating a claim. I want to start working for this duchy here, the Duchy of Utrecht. So we're going to start with this county. This is his capital, and it'll be the war target. If I tried to fight for another county, his capital and the war target would be two separate places. So if I start with this, his capital and the war target are one and the same, so that'll speed the war up. And we have some powerful allies now. The English are not at war. We had a daughter, and that's okay. Doesn't affect my line of succession, so I'm happy with that. She wants to name her Margaret. What's my first daughter's name? Molly? We kind of stick with the theme of M names. Alright, Margaret's fine. And wifey, you can raise her. Okay, so for now, we're just waiting for this claim to fabricate so we can get ready for this war. I'm prepared with all my men-at-arms regiments. I made sure to look at all of his men-at-arms and try to counter them as best I can. Alright, as long as this isn't near me, this is down in Italy. You have some heresy spreading. As long as it stays the hell away from my lands. I don't care. The Pope is calling for a crusade to Jerusalem. I'm not interested in that, conehead. I got bigger fish to fry. I'm not going to join that crusade. I have too much on my plate right now. And the Pope already loves me. And he's intimidated by me. Now that I have an antiquarian, we're going to commission a new artifact. I'm going to try to get a better crown. My crown is one of my worst pieces of kit. So let's replace that first. Let's see who we hired. Let's see if he's impressive, or she's impressive. He's not that impressive. Once he's done making this for me, I'm telling him to leave. I don't like his personality. He's dangerous to have around. My second son wants to be ambitious now, or he can be zealous. Ooh, that might work in my favor. When it comes time to start managing my line of succession, in order to thin out my sons and kick them out of the line of succession, I can ask them to take the vows. And if they're zealous, they're more likely to do that. So if I want to get my second son out of the line of succession, it kind of sucks. I like his traits, so he wouldn't be able to marry and have kids. But that is a way to get him out. It would be an easy way to thin out my line of succession. I think I want to give him this. Zealous is also something that helps martial, and I am giving him a martial education. I'll take a little bit of stress for him. He's bisexual. Interesting. My eldest son is bisexual too. What are the odds? Alright, I'm giving him zealous. My sway scheme is working out. There is a murder scheme against my brother, but my brother's on his way out the door anyway. And I don't want to take the opinion hits from doing countermeasures. So, I'm sorry, brother, but... my vassal contributes to my crown, improving its quality. Thank you. So another war declared on our liege. A war with 11 members. To install this guy and get ourselves another new liege lord. This really sucks, guys. I don't like this. This is really annoying. My lands are so vulnerable to being invaded by these stupid armies that are constantly in these stupid factions. Give me that prestige. The best that we can hope for is that they end this war quickly. Come on, wifey, we're running out of time. Need you to get pregnant again. My wife is contrite. She suffers from a guilty conscience, often feeling compelled to confess things better left unmentioned. Uh-oh, does my wife have a secret that we don't know about? And my brother just died. He's dead. How many siblings do I have left? He's the first one to die. But the rest of them are also dying. My other brother is ailing. My sister is ailing. And this sister is ailing. The one that's leprous. I'm surprised she lived this long. But all of my siblings are going to die soon. And then I'll be the last one of my generation. Still kicking. Alright, these are the Emperor's forces. And I think he made me a worse crown, so I'm immediately telling him to get out. It's the same exact thing. So I might as well replace my old one because this one's in better condition. What am I going to do with my old one? Do I want to give it to my son? I feel like if I give it to my current heir, my wife is going to give birth to a better son. And then I will have regretted giving it to this son. I'll hold on to it, I guess. The marriage that I just arranged lost me my court jester, so I need a new one. I can't tell who's winning. It's really close. My liege lord just made me his chancellor. How long is that gonna last? We'll enjoy these benefits for however short that they last. Getting some more prestige every month. And more monthly diplomacy lifestyle. I'm not in that lifestyle, so that's nothing. But my fellow vassals like me a little bit more. Our liege lord lost. Somebody's trying to kill my nephew-in-law, who's married to my niece, and they're supposed to be giving me good children, so I don't want this guy to die. What are the odds? They're pretty low for now. I don't feel the need to take any countermeasures. And look, he's a giant with 31 prowess. I think he can take care of himself. He doesn't need me to come to the rescue. The Catholic Crusade is betrayed. Faithless, misguided pilgrims have banded together behind the pretender Princess Douche of Mirage. And a travesty of travesties. They plan to assault the Eastern Roman Empire, a realm of Christians. They refuse to journey to Jerusalem. Not my problem. Out of sight, out of mind. I'm going to take some precautions. I'm going to break up with my wife as a lover, and we're going to reseduce her. This is another way to get her pregnant. Because she can get pregnant during the scheme. Alright, I think the control in this county is good enough. Let's work on Zutphen now. The control is already pretty good here. So our next concern for control will be the county that we take over really soon. Are you going to invade my holdings? Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Complimenting her gentle heart. She's honest and generous. Unparalleled, breathtaking beauty. She doesn't have a beauty trait. Let's do gentle heart. She's well received. I mean, we've been married for like 30 years or something, so... So this better work. Okay, they're a little busy down here, these armies. Because I want to fight my war now. And there's a risk that these armies will come into my realm and we might get mixed up in a battle. Like, the color is orange. That means that they're not openly hostile against me, but if our armies collide, they will fight. And I don't want that to happen. But I do have my claim now. This guy doesn't have any allies, and England is involved in a war, so if I ask for their help, they might be distracted and might not help me. And so are the Bavarians. So let's maybe hold off on declaring this war, and we'll wait until one of our allies is available. In the meantime, we'll fabricate another claim. And I can ask for I can ask the Pope for gold. Yes. Give me that. Pay me indulgences. I want to see if I can plan a funeral. My brother, I can do a funeral for my brother. This would gain me prestige. His body hasn't rotted too much for... Because that's another way to get legitimacy. And this is something I've never done before. This is a new event for me. My steward is an option to befriend. My wife is an option to befriend. My realm priest I could befriend. That'll speed up his fabrications. Let's befriend our steward. He's young, and he won't die in like 5 minutes. I'll befriend him. And we'll do a dignified ceremony. Ooh, if I do a really good ceremony, I get a major legitimacy gain. This actually affects how much legitimacy I get. Let's spend a lot of money for it. This is a new event, so I'm going to read these. Geldern is to be John's final resting place, and I'm left alone to gather my thoughts and prepare for the arrival of the honored mourners. I spot Godfried among the mourners, totally unaware of my plan to befriend him. And we're putting our brother to rest in Skyrim, in a Skyrim dungeon. And he's going to become a Draugr, and we're going to have to kill him. Look at my wife crying her crocodile tears. Look at all these crocodile tears. But I'm glad we're doing a funeral for my brother. I loved him. He was my friend. And we should get to level 3, Legitimacy. Alright. England, did you win your war? You're not even progressing it at all. The Bavarians are making some progress. Wow, it was taking such a long time. The funeral hasn't even begun. I'm surprised my brother's body hasn't decayed into nothing by the time this frickin' funeral starts. Combined Learning and Diplomacy Challenge. Hunched beside me, bereft of the pretense of propriety, the inconsolable Sebastian gazes out into the nothingness before him. Not a tear falls from his eyes, not a word passes his mouth, until he turns to me. God can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind still yet blow? Why does the sea continue to push it to the shore? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for water? Alright, he's asking himself all these philosophical questions. Questions for the philosophers, my friend. Not for me. Before me, a feasting table stocked high with all manner of food and drink, as if John were trying to offer a final act of magnanimity before parting. Sebastian has so far refused to lay a finger on this banquet, however, swilling his goblet around in idle solace. His middle distance stares falls wearily upon me, and with a quiet nod he raises his drink high. To John, truly one of the greats. To John. This girl doesn't have any traits, and I'm running out of time to get her married, and I'm being really lazy about it. This could give me an alliance. It's really far away, but an alliance is an alliance. And I would have to hire another court jester. Again, I keep losing my jesters. In a quiet corner of the church, I overhear Maria chatting with a group of mourners. She somberly gestures me over. We have all fond memories of John. I was just talking about the time I became friends with John. Tell me, have you any memories to share? Yeah, plenty. He was my brother. We grew up together. We traveled the world together. We have so many stories. What? My wife rejected me? Are you serious? I didn't think that could fail. Our odds were excellent. And I can't switch my intent to try to seduce her. Now, we can do another event to try to seduce her. We could do a hunt. I'm just spamming events right now. Doing so many of them. I was appointed the Master of Hunt for my Liege Lord. A round of drinks for all. More legitimacy, please. Alright, now we're level 4. Or level 3. So we got a lot of benefits now. Reduced de jure county costs, or reduced cost for creating a title. Reduced claim Casus Belli costs. Fewer factions. Alright, so much better. We're more legitimate now. That's a great way to get legitimacy. I didn't realize how good this event was for that. Look how much I'm getting. All these events. All eyes fall upon Helen as she falls to the ground in lamentation, hands coating her reddened eyes from view. Helen's sorrowful gasp and chokes have left her fellow mourners breathless, and many offer her comfort and reverence as if it were her who was to be committed to the hereafter. Oh my goodness, give me all this legitimacy. I gained a rival. Whoops. We'll try to take care of that. I don't want rivals. We're already halfway to the next legitimacy. Alright, so now for the future, I know how to get legitimacy if I really need it. That was great. Alright, let's check our allies. Are they still fighting? Yeah, and they're taking their sweet time fighting their wars. Maybe I won't need them. Now I'm not the Chancellor anymore. I didn't think I was going to stay there for a long time. I can't seduce my wife for a while. It's not telling me when I can again. So we have to use some kind of event to try to seduce her. I'll do one more. And we'll try to seduce her on this hunt. I can't. It's not letting me. Damn it. I don't think we're going to have any more children, guys. I messed up. I thought I would have been able to have another successful seduce scheme against my wife, but it failed. And I can't do it again. And I can't romance her again. You can only do that once. So we no longer have a special relationship with our wife. And we only have 5 years left to have kids, so this might be it. This son might be our heir. I guess on the bright side, we're not going to have any more sons, so my realm isn't going to, the line of succession isn't going to be too ugly. So we're not doing that hunt. He wants me to buy something for him. I'm not waiting for my allies to be at peace. It's taking too long. And of course, they're not at peace when I want to call upon them. Which is so annoying. I should be able to beat them without any help. And if I'm forced to, I'll hire mercenaries. Go straight for his capital. Saved us a bit of money, putting my martial on organized army. I think he's going to try to siege my castle, but he waited too long. I've already made a bunch of progress. We're 4 months away. He's 10 months away. So we'll have enough time to capture this and then fight him. I'll keep swaying this woman, even though she's at 100. I'll just keep swaying her until her rivalry goes away. Our army quality is way better than his, even though he outnumbers us. Please just end it with the conquest, please. Yes, we captured him. No battles involved. No battles required. Alright, that's good. That's our first Dutch county. So we finally own some land that is under Dutch influence. Let me check the control in these places. Control's 93, that's good. 87, that's not bad either. This one is 0, so definitely prioritizing this one. The leader of this faction got locked up. Now, I can't jump on this immediately because we have to wait for that truce to end. It's going to last 5 years. So we have 5 years before we can get the next county. And then 10 years to get this one. I'm just not the Dutch leader yet. I'm not leader of our culture, so I can't prioritize that technology that allows us to get multiple claims in a single war. I love that one. I don't think it's in this era. I think it's in another one. Yeah, this one, Divine Right, can press multiple claims for another character in a single war. That's a ways away. That's a long time in the future. I just wanted to see how long it would take to convert these counties to my culture. 7 years is a long time. I'll keep them on collect taxes for now. We're going to start getting Dutch counties by conquest. I don't necessarily have to convert these ones. We'll just get the amount of counties that we need to be the head of the culture just by getting conquest. And then at some point in the future, we'll convert these to Dutch. So my eldest son just came of age. He got a 3-star diplomacy education. That's good. We can always send him to college when we take control of him, or if we take control of him, and get him a better education, just like we did. We started that way too. We started with a 3-star and then went to school. He cannot be a knight. He is not allowed. There's no rush to get my son married, so we'll ignore that. We'll let him age a little bit. My nephew Sebastian, known for his interest in venery, brings a rumor of beasts spotted in my realm. I'm hearing much talk in the county of Guelders, which is my capital. It is said there are excellent prospects for hunting thereabouts. Many a worthy boar. There's a game sighting. That lasts for 3 years. Still can't seduce my wife, but that's okay. I'm gonna go on the hunt anyway. Oh, that's right, I don't have a Master of Hunt. I'm making a lot of money. I can afford to fill another position. It's only going to be 0.31 gold a month. That's not a really big salary. This guy would be excellent. Alright, that's fine. My success chance just skyrocketed. Still rivals with this lady. That needs to go away, please. We're exalted among men now. Our beard is starting to get gray, I'm noticing. We're starting to get gray hairs. 72% chance that I kill it myself. My son is an adult now, so if we end up taking control of him, if we die, I don't think I'm gonna die. I'm fine. We're a really good hunter. Well, maybe not according to our hunter trait, but we've killed so many animals. And we got another item. Maybe I can use it. I need that fertility. I need that learning lifestyle experience. This one's good too. I suppose I could give it to my son, or I could maybe sell it. It might be worth a lot. I got some legitimacy. Too many windows open. We're making some good money now. 5.7 a month. Come a long way. My sister died. We didn't stress out at all because of that. Clock's ticking, wifey. I want to have some kind of special relationship with my wife. She's not my lover or my soulmate. Let's try to become friends. Maybe that'll help a little bit. We can be friends with benefits. Alright, I'm not the Master of Hunt anymore. Now we have a new Liege Lord. Where are you now? In Luxembourg? I can't keep up with this. I can't keep up with all the shifting of leadership. So I think what I might end up doing, if this ends up being our line of succession, because unless my wife gives birth to another one in 2 years, this is our line of succession. Now we have the one son who's currently rowdy, which doesn't help with trying to ask him to take the vows. But I do have a hook on him. And he's zealous, which should make it more likely that he accepts. So that'll kick him out. And then that should give me another county. Or should give my heir another county. Alright, so we have to wait for our brother's rowdy trait to go away in a year. We need him to come of age. Right now. He's not allowed to fight either. If I use my hook, there's a 45% chance I can get him to take the vows. But I can also try to get him to join a holy order. Maybe he'll be more willing to do that. He is. Because that's a martial thing. He's a martial-focused person, so he'd be willing to... He's more willing to join a religious order. Let's see. I like those odds, 70%. He's joining the Knights Templar. So he got some cool armor, you know, I like that. So that just moved another one of my sons up the line. I see what happened, okay. I see. Because the really sucky thing about Confederate partition is that younger children will have titles created for them. This is the major difference between this level of succession laws and then the next one. It goes away, see? For this one, this is here. The next one, it's gone. And I don't want titles to be created. I don't want that to happen. So we have to find some way to disinherit another one of my sons. I have another son that's... Yes! So I have another son. 2 sons that are off to do religious things. This son might be tricky. And I am giving this son a learning education. And Javier, who's about to die, is his guardian. And that's not good. He's my really good physician. I'm going to need a better physician at some point. So we managed the line of succession a little bit better. Now my primary heir gets my primary title, my duchy title. He gets the capital of that duchy, and then he gets the capital of the new duchy that we're trying to build. So now he's getting 2 counties instead of just 1. So we're making decent progress on our line of succession. My culture discovered the Casus Belli innovation. And we just buried the hatchet with our rival. Thank you. I wouldn't mind an increase in the control here in this county. That would be really nice. How long does this last? For 5 years? More, only 5% holding taxes? That's pretty low. And there's a chance I'll fail this. Let's just get the control. Immediate gratification. That really helped. That improved my money income a lot. I can ask my head of faith for gold again. I love this. I love being Catholic. I love it so much. Now we're going to get 172. His opinion is still amazing. Free money. We already got the strong trade. I'm not going to train for another tournament. Alright, I think we found some stability. I think we found a liege lord that's finally settled and that has control over things. The factions aren't being created as quickly. There is another one slowly forming, but I think we have some temporary stability. Let's pledge our homage, or pay homage to this liege lord. And we have a new location to visit in Luxembourg. Get some diplomacy lifestyle. I got a free artifact and 99 or 60 gold. 60 gold. I'm not trying to click on that. Please, thank you. I'm slowly gonna start giving my son some artifacts. He has healing water already. Let's give him this boar tusk to help with his prestige gain and his stress gain. That's another stress relieving item to help him not stress out while I'm not in control of him. And I guess it would be okay to give him this rabbit foot too. And now that it's looking so likely that he's going to be my heir, I'm noticing he's a little shorter. He's on the... Every generation I'm noticing we're getting a little bit shorter. That kind of goes with his outfit. I kind of like that. But we need to give him... Let's give him this. This will represent... I'll give my heirs this as... to symbolize their status as my heir. Another one of my sisters died. I think that's me. That's it. I'm the last one of all of my siblings. Everybody else is dead. Another giant knight? He would be my third one. For a second, I thought he was this guy. But they're different people. Look how alike they look. They're like identical... They're identical freaking twins. And they're from different houses. They're not even related somehow. All of my bodyguard slots are filled. I don't have many single ladies, and this woman wouldn't be able to give him children. I don't mind his personality. It's only two-dimensional, but I don't feel threatened by him, and my bodyguard, Hosea, is going to die anyway, so he would make a good replacement. And he could just be, he can be a bodyguard right next to his identical twin, who's completely not related to him. I'm firing Hosea as my, I'm just concerned that if I hire this guy right here, he's gonna replace the wrong knight. Whatever, we'll do it. And I was right, he replaced the wrong knight. He replaced the wrong bodyguard. So we'll just change Hosea with this guy. So I have my twin knights. That's really funny. Alright, Hosea, you can die in peace now. You have no responsibilities. You just live out the rest of your life in peace. I'm gonna spar my wife. So now we're friends. At least we have some kind of relationship. My liege's council is really bad. I would be a much better chancellor. I'm gonna petition for the job. That would help me a lot. That'll improve opinions and, my niece, who already has a husband... Oh, no, this isn't a love scheme. This is just like they're getting along with each other. They want to become friends with each other. They became friends. That's fine. As long as she's not cheating on her husband. I have to try to convince my liege lord he's not immediately acquiescing. Look at this scarred lady right here. He gets a weak hook on me in exchange. And I'll start forming a rivalry with this guy which isn't a big deal because he's getting old and he's gonna die, so we wouldn't be rivals for a long time. But my liege lord would have a hook on me, and he could use it for some kind of nefarious purpose. I don't think it worked. I became his regent? I'm not on his council, but I think I'm his regent. Oh, no, I'm getting confusing, guys. I'm so sorry. He's refusing to see me? Okay, in a nutshell, complete failure. We didn't get what we wanted. One of our fellow vassals hates me. Minus 47. Let's improve his opinion. Okay, I think that's a good place to end it. We're getting over an hour now. A few minutes over. We only have one more year to get our wife pregnant, and I don't think it's going to happen. So our line of succession has been decided. We were able to kick 2 of our sons out. We still have 2 more to deal with. And if we end up sharing our inheritance with at least one of our brothers, I guess that's okay. But I think in that case, if we kick another brother out of the line of succession, the last brother that will remain will inherit 2 counties, because the game will want to try to distribute them evenly, or as evenly as it possibly can. But we are helping our future heir. Yeah, I think this kid's going to be my heir. That seems to be the situation. This is the best son that we got. I like his congenital traits. They're okay. I'm not complaining. Alright, so another interesting episode. We expanded a little bit. We conquered another county. We just have to wait for a truce to end in 3 years, and we can start fighting for these. And then hopefully we can complete this duchy. We won't make the title, because I don't want my realm to split, but at least we can conquer all the lands that make up the duchy before we die. So things are looking good. Alright, lords and ladies, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. I always love reading your comments. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I do want to thank you once again for getting the channel up to 2,100 subscribers. That's really great, guys, and I really appreciate that. And I hope we have more subscribers to come. But that'll do it for this one. The next episode is episode 21. I will see you guys there, but until then, have a good one, guys.